Hello students, welcome to Notebook. In this session, we shall be discussing the meaning, types and expression of the idea of equality. This value is enshrined in the Constitution of India. We would also look into ideologies like socialism, Marxism, feminism and liberalism. Equality as a social ideal is accepted everywhere, that all humans are created equal in caste, color, gender, etc. But in our complex world of where there is unequal opportunities, wealth, work and power, does it imply that inequality follows our social rules and positions? For example, in India, 88% of urban families had electricity and 44% of rural families had electricity, and only 6% of urban families had four-wheelers, while 1% of rural families had a four-wheeler. Global inequalities show pronounced results. Do you know that richest 50 people in the world have income greater than 40 crore poor people? Also, the risk of dying from pregnancy-related causes is 1 to 18 in Nigeria, but 1 to 8,700 in Canada. So, global inequalities show up large in numbers, and statistics shows much more about inequality than possible before. People born in different regions and status, they do different forms of work. However, people often enjoy different status and rewards based on the economic background. Does this mean there is inequality? Let us try and understand what is equality. Equality does not necessarily mean treatment of all people in an identical way, or that everyone should have the same goods and resources. It also does not mean everyone should earn the same amount of money. Equality is when a person has access to resources to meet his basic needs. He has the same opportunity to develop his talent and interests. Example, a farmer's son should have the opportunity to education so that he can pursue what he wants to do. In some cases, power and special treatments are given purposefully to ensure smooth working. Example, a minister is given preferential treatment and facilities like VIP access, security, etc. But it does not mean that they misuse the power. Equality is important so that every person can cherish dignity and peace. There is no discrimination based on gender, caste, religion, and color, and every individual has the equal opportunity to develop their full personality. All people have equal rights and opportunities to develop their talent and capabilities. People can differ in their choice of goals and interests, but their rights to basic needs to develop their talent and capabilities is equality of opportunities. It is not wealth, privilege or status that leads to inequality, but their access to goods, education, healthcare and housing. Some people are better than others in their chosen field, which does not imply opportunities or wealth had been distributed unequally. Inequalities are also created naturally, example, child and a man. It is also created by society, example, the caste system. Natural inequalities are the result of different capabilities and talents. These natural differences cannot be changed. Example, a person who is specially abled versus a physically fit person. Nowadays, science and technology has developed to help these people to reduce the capability gap. You must have heard about Stephen Hawking. Although he was bound to a wheelchair, there was technology and equipment which helped him contribute in physics and cosmology research. Social inequalities, on the other hand, are the result of inequality of opportunity or exploitation of one group by another. Thus, social inequality is a creation by society. Example, the caste system, suppression of women, slavery, etc. A common question for natural and social equality is, can natural equality be altered? Answer to the question is, with the help of science and technology, and with the government policies of reservations for backward classes, a lot of improvements have been done for natural inequality. Let us now understand the dimensions of equality. Multiple ideologies have highlighted 3 dimensions of equality: political equality, social equality, and economic equality. Political equality means providing all citizens of the state equal citizenship regardless of caste, color, or gender for a just society. Equal citizenship includes certain basic rights such as the right to vote, freedom of expression, right to movement, and right to association, and freedom of belief or views. Freedom of expression or right to movement sometimes is hampered due to lack of education and knowledge. Social equality, on the other hand, is between citizens of a country. All different groups and communities have a fair and equal chance to compete for goods and opportunities. This could be education, workplace, profession, etc. Special focus is on women empowerment. Girl child education to raise awareness of less privileged groups to enhance social equality above customs and traditions, to prevent harassment and discrimination of women as socially equal citizens. Economic equality in wealth or income possession was never existent in a society. Providing equal access and opportunity so that people with talent and determination can improve further is the right thing for a society to do to promote equality. Let's look at some ideologies and how they have approached equality. Socialism. Socialism is about a system of society where there is minimal existing inequality and distribution of resources is just. Socialists favor some kind of government regulation, planning, and control over certain key areas such as education and healthcare. If economic inequality ended, the other forms of inequality would end in society. Marxism and liberalism. According to Marxism, the root cause of entrenched inequality is private ownership of important economic resources such as oil or land or forests, as well as other forms of property. A solution would be to ensure public control over essential resources and forms of property. Liberalism, on the other hand, supports competition of kind which is open and free. People get due reward for their talents and efforts. The political doctrine of equal rights for women and men is feminism. Inequality between men and women in society results from patriarchy. This term is about the social, economic, and cultural system that values men and women from an equality of gender basis. Now, an important point to be addressed is, how do we promote equality? The promotion of equality in forums and speeches is most likely turned towards merits and demerits of equality as a social ideal. Equality in the policy formation and as a directive right for individuals needs to be thought through with the socialists and liberals' debates. Formal equality is achieved by abolishing customs and traditional legal system that prohibited some sections of society from enjoying certain kinds of opportunities and rewards. This is achieved by the Constitution of India, which abolished untouchability and discrimination based on caste, religion, and gender. Equality can also be achieved by differential treatment. Example: preferred leave for mothers from the workplace, special ramps in public places. In India, to overcome these hindrances, a policy of reservations has been followed. Equality from affirmative action or positive action. Quotas or reserved seats is a policy formulation in India for giving enhanced status to deprived classes and groups to bring to them their opportunity to get educated, travel, get jobs in an equal way with other groups that aren't so underprivileged. Following affirmative action, giving adequate time, needful resources, and opportunity could be disseminated to weaker and still developing groups in a country. This promotes equality and justice for all. This brings us to the end of this chapter. Hope you found this lesson interesting. See you soon in our other videos. Till then, happy learning!